Alright, hello everyone and welcome back. This is part 31 of my Witcher 3 Blood and Wine Let's Play series. Recap of part 30. Syanna and Geralt were able to eventually get out of the Land of a Thousand Fables after having some fun time with each other. After getting out, they met up with Regis and went to Teshem Mutna, where we all met up with Detlaf. Detlaf wanted to talk and kill Syanna, but luckily, since we won a ribbon in a game of Gwent back in the Land of a Thousand Fables, she was able to return there and not be harmed by Detlaf. A battle ensued between Detlaf, Geralt, and Regis. We ended up defeating Detlaf, got Regis out of whatever weird state he was in. He was like in a trance, and he ended up finishing off Detlaf for good, and Detlaf is now dead because of that. What we're doing now, though, is trying to get some more information about Syanna's fifth target, which I've always assumed is Anna Henrietta, the Duchess. So we're going to go try and get some information about this sort of fifth contact, or fifth person, hopefully figure that out, and I think we'll finish out Blood and Wine in this part, but we'll see how it all goes and how long this actually takes. Imagine it's going to be a lot of talking, so I'm going to try and talk less and let's get going into it. Yeah, we're just following Regis over to the sort of homeless shelter that's right here. So we'll talk to these people and see what they have to say.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
What? Why are they so pissed off about the homeless people living there?
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Well, I don't know, man. You either want to help out people or you don't, but that seems... I don't know, you're trying to maybe put a stereotype against the homeless people. Pretty bad. So we'll continue on with this and sort of figure out what they're trying to say.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Are we doing a fist fight?
Witcher!
What? Lost your nerve?
Another Witcher!
Grey hair, puppy number.
Shit! Come now!
Close to dying, but
Try me!
there we go. Finish him off.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere, were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
Yeah, we do need some information. What is this place? Is kind of a dumb question since it's already been explained that it's sort of a shelter for beggars, or it's more commonly known a homeless shelter.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Okay. I'm sure most of them, we can't confirm that all of them will, show up. But yeah, most of them.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
I figured it's sort of a dumb question, like they'll all come. Well, I don't know. It's not like the guy says they all have to come back. Doing some cooking.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the boot black. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
Where is he at?
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
Yeah, let me take that letter.
It's a matter of importance to the duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Let me guess. It says Anna Henrietta, right?
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Judging by this, Detloff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Well, of course, I mean, it sort of does. We might want to go question Syanna a little bit more.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Well, it's technically not a full coup. Just sort of we're going to take out the leader. But there's technically no one in place to replace her, and I mean, just using Detlaff is not technically. I don't know.
Duchess was to be Detloff's last victim. Syanna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Yeah, I'd definitely love to get, Syanna's insight into this and figure out why she's going after her own sister. I imagine it's more for rage, and she sort of hinted at it in The Land of a Thousand Fables, saying that her sister didn't even look out the window when she was leaving or getting thrown out, didn't try and pardon her later on, nothing. So even though her sister says, Anna says she loves Syanna, but Syanna doesn't feel that way and feels like she was wronged by the whole family, including the little sister. So let's go talk to Syanna and let's just sort of confirm my thoughts, and then we'll go from there and probably finish this one out. I think there's a trial at the end of it.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects.
Dude doing?
One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Syanna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Okay. So it seems like we are on our own to go and talk to Syanna. So let's go do that. We've got a hooded woman just casually strolling at, what time is it? 3:46 a.m.? Got some,
time.
Frankly, a hooker.
It keeps going.
Yeah, I should have probably tried to find some way to fast travel up to the palace or wherever Syanna's being held. Oh well, you'll have to sit here and wait the 2 or 3 minutes it's going to take to run all the way up there. Got the pimp and the strumpets. Got random doggy. Got more strumpets.
Toussaint.
Oh my gosh, how much? Alright, let's see if we can fast travel into there. Doesn't get us at a better spot. We should have fast traveled up to this point and then walked instead of the other way around. But, well, if Syanna had her way, probably wouldn't be long-lived. Good thing we sort of stepped in and helped out.
This is Beauclair, and everything's peachy.
I wouldn't say everything's peachy. You definitely have some issues in this place. With the new PC upgrade and everything, it's kind of nice to be able to walk through the city and not face graphical issues. There's no frame rate slowdowns. There's no tearing or anything bad going on with the picture. It's a refreshing thing after dealing with that for probably the first half of the videos that I made of Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. Is she just upstairs? I haven't seen one guard. Not one. Alright, locked. What do we gotta keep going up? Ah, there. Okay, there's the guard.
Halt!
Need to see Syanna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Yeah, I don't want to reveal the assassination attempt just yet in case there's some implications there.
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Okay.
Promise to be brief.
A few minutes should be all we need anyway. Follow our boy up there. Thought there was actually someone standing at the top of the stairwell.
The witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me
I
for...
know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Syanna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
It's definitely the third one.
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Why, though? I really don't... I guess I've never been in that situation, so I can't say I understand it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the second option, because why not just try and forgive her and get past all of this?
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Yeah, I think it's kind of, she was a child. You know, that seems to make the most sense. Being so young, she's like, well, couldn't really do much at the time, and, you know, not thinking that she should do anything now, not knowing her sister even existed or was still around at this point.
Syanna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of 1,000 Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Syanna.
Uh-oh. Eek. Hopefully we've instilled the right thoughts into her head. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I'm definitely hoping we did it right.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Yeah, we can go right there.
Let's go. Want to see him too.
Pretty sure this is the sort of ending point. We're at the... I would probably call it the downturn. We're not at the climax anymore.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Jesus, yeah, you got messed up, bro.
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Ah, yeah, do I tell? Do I tell? No.
All right, we can start.
Very well. But you must behave. Less like a hired thug, and more like a man deserving of the Duchy's highest honor.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about me, bro.
In fact, you'd do best to maintain a dignified silence throughout. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
I figured I don't have to tell, because if we've talked well enough with Syanna, we don't have to worry about the Duchess dying. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, we've instilled the right thoughts into her head.
I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
I don't know what the hell he was
We
doing.
bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire. May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
Yay?
In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
How much gold was it? How much gold? How
I
much
have a
gold?
small surprise for you, in addition.
I give you more than a dozen barrels of Sonrial, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Alright. Sorry, I took a little break to just verify what we might do with the ending. I think it is important that we let her know. So yeah, we'll do that.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Syanna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Detloff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I don't think this is gonna end well.
I do not believe it.
Okay.
In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Interesting. I always thought her name was just Syanna, not Sylvia Anna. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I didn't read everything correctly. Okay. So I do know what we have to do here in order to have everything turn out well.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
Yeah, she asked me to.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister. And my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Detlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Ooh, definitely not the second one. She's... After hearing everything Syanna had to tell us in the Land of a Thousand Fables about how she was treated, and how she was kicked out and everything, and even some of the remarks from Anna Henrietta about their past and their sort of relationship and their relationship with the parents, Syanna was treated terribly as a kid. It's like one of those kids that you see, they're beaten at home, they're sort of physically and emotionally abused, and yet you want them to turn out like a golden child, and that most of the time does not work. You get an incredibly unhappy adult at that point whose only quest in life is revenge, which Syanna was about, wrongfully against her sister, but, whether you want to argue that or not is fine with you, but I'm going to go with option one. She had cause to feel pain, and, let's sort of have mercy and compassion for her, not try and push her away further.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go into the second part. It's just sort of a unnecessary sort of side conversation. But yeah, you were both children. I mean, she was 12 and 13. We talked about this.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out, but you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
Come on. Come on. Work. Please. Please. Please don't do anything dumb. Don't do anything dumb. Don't make me regret this. I think we did it. Whoop. Nice. All right. We got them both to live.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony, it was short.
Perhaps for you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips.
I mean, things worked out well in the end.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
Might as well.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moonlight makes me oh so dreamy.
Okay. Let's quick sort items. Let's go to the quest items. The gloves. Alright.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
That's disgusting. I guess I'm just going to collect mandrake roots in this general area. Let's take that, let's find another one. I'm just surprised that we were able to complete the main quest so well. You know, didn't have any issues. Let's go talk to our boy again.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He is a vampire, after all.
Regis!
Damn it, where'd you go?
Jeez, we're getting torn up, dude.
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or
Won't let it go, will they?
they will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
So that's unfortunate. Because he killed Detlef, they sort of know him as the vampire killer now. Makes sense. It's tough.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens.
Awesome.
Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Maybe. But... well, I guess technically at the end of Witcher 3, Geralt and Yennefer... actually, they might. I don't think we'll officially settle down yet. We'll still kill monsters.
No, just not the life for me. Sure, might stop by there occasionally, stay the winter, fill up on wine. But I'd rather keep moving. It's not a choice being a Witcher. And once you are one, you're one for life. You can't just step off the path. Besides, plenty of work left for me in the world. Ghouls aren't gonna kill themselves.
Rather droll, isn't it, that each time we meet, something harrowing must happen? I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
Trying to remember Vilgefortz. Can't remember if that was in one of the games or not. It's been a long time since I played The Witcher, Witcher 2. But yeah, let's continue this chat with our buddy Regis.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
And there you have it, people. That is the end of The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. It was a long, lengthy process, I think even longer than my Mass Effect, sort of gameplay. Yeah, because this is 31 parts, the Mass Effect was 26 or 27, something like that. So, an expansion is longer than some full games, which is just insane. Thanks for joining me on this journey through The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. I hadn't played this before, had done this all, as I was going along. So not as sort of easy going as the Mass Effect or Mass Effect 2 playthroughs have been, but still a fun experience to go through and track down the Beast of Toussaint. Turned out to be Detlef, who was killing due to being blackmailed actually by his former lover. Former lover also turned out to be the older sister of the Duchess of Toussaint, Syanna. It turned out that she got cast out from the duchy a long time ago and was trying to seek revenge on everybody that had wronged her, including her sister. Luckily, did well with our version of the events and actually saved Syanna and the Duchess, because there's a few different options that can happen. The Syanna can die, the Duchess and Syanna can die, or they both live. And we got, I believe, the best option. We've gotten both of them to live. They're going to hopefully live well together. The Duchess and her sister sort of cohabiting, the Beauclair and living nicely. We did a bunch of side missions as well. Got the Grandmaster Woven armor Found all of the Grandmaster Witcher diagrams, countless Witcher contracts, just everything. We've done a lot in this playthrough together, and you know, if you've watched from beginning to end, thank you for going through this. If you haven't and you're just sort of tuning in, or you've checked this one out as one of many, feel free to go through the rest of the series. Hopefully you like some of my commentary, which isn't always the best. You know, I don't have a lot of talking points in a lot of it, just sort of, you know, more reactionary style of play in commentary, but it's still, you know, nice. You can also watch the gameplay only ones if you want. But this is it for The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. I think it's sort of fitting that it's right after... This might be right before the new year, actually. Or the day of, you know, New Year's Eve. I can't remember exactly my dates. But, you know, we'll end The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, move on to doing Mass Effect 2 and 3, and, you know, whatever other games I decide to pick up after this. Again, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this series. There won't be a next part, because this is it. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. This is Tatman, signing off.
love to go home.
Alright, so it seems like we have one more mission left to do. Be it ever so humble. Is to go home. So I decided to go back to Corvo Bianco. Set a little marker for the fast travel point, and we will fast travel all the way home. Not sure what's going to be waiting for us at Corvo Bianco, but we will see what's there. I can't remember if I've read some things about what happens. I don't know if someone comes and visits us or what happens. We'll take a look though. We'll see. Sort of little teaser thing. Didn't think we had any other missions.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
Is it male or female? Because I'm pretty sure if it's female, I know who it is.
Unexpected as ever. And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky. Like some shitty two-crown romance.
I mean, it's bright outside, though. It's not exactly dark, where you can easily do that. Whoa, that's bright.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Huh. Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Ah, ooh. Are you talking about Geralt? That's what I think you're talking about. You like the place?
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
Might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want.
I was about to say, I like how he's just completely happy with, yeah, I'll be your personal servant.
You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes, although There's one thing missing.
Namely?
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
Oh yeah, the unicorn. Fine. You can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
Oh, that damn unicorn. Oh boy. Yeah, I did not expect, I guess, to have Yennefer come all the way back here, but it's, I guess, a refreshing thing for Geralt to have his lovely lady by his side.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet, bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten? It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
I think that's it with her. Okay.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Is that it? Yeah, I mean, I've got some side quests to do. Oh, I've got to do this one. Let's go talk to the Major Domo. Major Domo. What are you blocked by? Alright, cool.
Renovations coming along all right?
I am delighted to inform you we have completed our labors. You can now devote yourself to enjoying the vineyard's delights to the fullest. You must forgive me my temerity, sir, but I thought, with all the work on Corfo Bianco completed, and with the estate looking more beautiful than ever, it might be appropriate to commemorate the moment.
I would like that, yeah?
Sure, why not?
During the tidying that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of Sapramento, the 1250 vintage. I cannot say by what miracle it survived, but it is here. And we've cause to open it today. And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they only laughed, even when the decor began to catch fire. It was not until the flames engulfed Baron Mahevkin's beard that folk began to realize something was amiss and went to put out the fires.
Sounds like Monsieur Bolius and Madame Nina threw some first-rate balls here.
It was so. In this regard, Baron Rossel was decidedly more reserved.
So tell me, Barnabas Basil, what's the wine situation like here? Am I going to produce any this year?
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn, a fungus destroyed all the vines. Baron Rossel had new ones planted, but it will be some time before they start bearing fruit. Assuming that is, the fungus does not reappear.
That'd be bad. This Sapramento got me dreaming. It's amazing.
Isn't it, though? Allow me to top you off, sir. There.
Thanks.
Lovely evening. Sort of a good send-off for that quest as well. passed out. Oh. You just drank black blood, yeah. I mean, we're out of quests, really. I'm gonna talk to Yen one more time.
Can we talk?
Always. With pleasure.
I've got nothing else.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Perfect. Alright, well... Gonna make this sort of an odd little video, but I think this is our perfect send-off to The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine. We've come back home. Yen is here. We have no quests outstanding. Yeah, this is it. We're done. Again, so even though I sort of gave us a sort of farewell message in the last one, I think we will officially call it an end here in this sort of special video. I'll call it part 31.2, or the extended edition of part 31 or something like that. But anyways, thanks again for going through and watching The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine and enjoying this experience with me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the videos. You can go back and watch them again, of course, because I'm not taking them down or putting them anywhere. Otherwise, feel free to tune in to my Mass Effect 2 and eventual Mass Effect 3 videos and anything else that I end up putting out. And we will see where Tatman Gaming goes from here. We are done with The Witcher 3, so thanks a lot for watching, everybody. This is Tatman, signing off.